Hello, it is Friday.
Hello.
And we have reached the end of the week. Well, I've made it. Have you made it?
Just about, yeah.
Just about. We've been hanging in there. No, we've made it to Friday. And we've also made it to the end of the book of Romans, the last chapter, chapter 16. One of the longest letter we decided earlier that Paul wrote, we think.
Yes.
Unless you know better, of course, in the New Testament. So here we are in chapter 16, and we were reading it earlier, and Julie drew the short straw.
I did. All the lovely names.
And got all those Greek names, which are great fun, aren't they? Because we very rarely read them out loud. Usually we're reading them in our head, and we came to read them out loud and realised a lot of them were a bit tongue twister-like.
Yes.
But and Paul has a whole heap of names there that he refers to. And one interesting thought about that is that he says, say hi to X, say hi to Onesimus. No, he's not in there, is he?
No, he's definitely not in
Probiscimus.
there.
I can say anything. Nobody will know any different.
Yes,
but
they
he says,
will, because they've all read it.
oh, yes. Andronicus, he was in there.
Yes.
Definitely Andronicus. Anyway, he says, say hi to all these people. And don't forget, he's writing to the church in Rome. So it's as though he knows all these people in some way. And we were debating whether that was that he'd known them personally, given that he most likely hadn't been to Rome before. Perhaps they were friends that had gone to Rome.
Well, the couple were the two that he'd been in prison with.
Yeah, the apostles.
And then he talked about, I think it was Rufus, whose mother was like his own mother. So there was obviously a relationship there, we decided, from really through.
So some of them he knew personally, maybe some of them he'd only heard about in letters that had been written to and from the church in Rome back to Paul. But there's this feeling of this network of support, of personal friends that Paul has, and he holds them deep and dear in his heart. And we see there quite a list. We didn't add them all up, but there must have been 30 plus people that he asks them to greet. What a great group of friends to have around you, supporting you. Some of them he refers to as apostles, and it's the only place we hear about them, interestingly. Some of them he just talks about them being hard workers.
Yes, he does.
And it's a real provoker, isn't it, to look around us and say, who are our friends in the faith, who we would go to, who we rely on, who we get our encouragement from, who support us, who urge us on, who challenge us, who we're accountable to. All those things that you can do when you know someone well. And I would encourage you to find those friends within Sunny Hill or the wider church, if you're not part of the Sunny Hill family. Find those friendships in the faith that will strengthen you, that will support you, and that will point you in the right direction. Christian friends. And that's that first section really of Romans 16 that Paul writes. And then he has one little bit at the end. It was a song that we used to sing quite a lot.
Oh, watch out.
I'm not going to sing it, you'll be pleased to know. But it says, be excellent at what is good, stay innocent of evil. And that's great encouragement for today, isn't it? Whatever you do, be excellent at what is good. Be excellent at doing the things that are good. But stay innocent. Don't even dwell for a moment on the things that are evil, on the things that are not of God, of the things that are going to drag us down. Judy's got a thought to finish with.
Yes, I mean, I really enjoyed this little wander through Romans over the last few weeks, and the basic theme is the gospel.
Yeah.
And God's plan for salvation and righteousness for us all. And he mentions it a lot in here about how it's for the Jews, how it's for the Gentiles, how it's for us all. And what a wonderful theme that is for us to all dwell on. And I just want to finish the end of this week with this verse that we looked at yesterday from Romans 15. And it says, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. So may you overflow with hope. For the rest of today, enjoy your day. We will see all of you on Sunday.
We will. Now those of you who've been really observant through the week have heard us going to different places, and we've said that we're going on our bike. And that's not a mistake. We are going on our bike, not our bikes. because we have with us our trusty steed, which which we're going to say farewell on.
You might just be able to see as
have
you
a good
ride off
weekend.
into the sunset. See you soon.